Welcome to day 22 of the 300 movie challenge. Today we watched the highest grossing film of March? Yes, March 1996, which was The Birdcage. And I feel like I have to just kind of basically go over the plot just for
Yeah,
this.
actually.
So,
Yeah.
the main premise is that there's two gay guys, one of them extremely obviously, drag queen, all that kind of stuff, who own like a drag queen nightclub, and their son, he's the actual son of like the not completely obvious gay guy who hooked up with a woman for like one night. Anyway, is marrying the daughter of a conservative Republican senator, and the conservative parents are going like, "Oh, let's meet the parents of the other people," and like basically they have to like, you know,
Pretend to
hide
be
the
more.
gayness, right? That's kind of the main thing, and
Yeah.
and like the premise is kind of like goofy, whatever, and but like it could just be kind of silly, okay, but this was so draining to watch for me, especially because like I feel like I shouldn't even have to say this. I'm gonna say this anyway. Like, obviously, nothing against gay people, blah 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 blah, but the character, especially
Albert.
the obviously gay guy is just so he's so obnoxious.
Okay, that I agree with.
I
He
was-
was
He's over
he
the
was
top. Over
because the
top.
thing with it is that it was okay, maybe the first time he broke down or something, but then the fact that he continually breaks down throughout the movie
Yeah,
and everything
and like
kind of
he almost
makes you feel less and less and less
sympathy and
sympathetic-
understanding. Yeah,
sympathetic and stuff.
like it almost feels like him as a character is like what the conservative Republican senator would think all gay people were like, right?
Right.
And like so ridiculous kind of thing. And like their like Guatemalan helper guy, whatever the hell he is, he was not quite as bad, but he was pretty bad too in terms of the just
Yeah.
unbelievable flamboyance. It was just so much. And I mean the plot also, like there was a whole the kind of the middle of the movie deals with all the whole thing about they're trying to basically convince him that like hey, we need you to like either lie low or go away or pretend you're like a straight guy, all this stuff. And just that like the thing is, like, it seems like the whole time though they don't like actually tell him what's going on. They're
No,
just
which,
like they're just like, you need to be straight, and he's like, oh, so you hate who I am? And it's like, well, no, but like tell him, just be like, yo, this girl's parents like don't like gay people, she's not like that, but they are, so just chill out. And like a normal person should be like, oh, okay, all right, whatever, right?
yeah.
But they like don't tell him that for like no reason. It's
Yeah, I feel like that would have probably.
It would have fixed a lot of problems.
yeah.
But then I also feel like the way that his character was set up, it probably would have.
He's too fragile.
Yeah.
I guess
He's
but-
like fragile, like not even like glass. Like
Paper.
no, paper is stronger.
but the thing is, like,
Like,
okay,
it's
you say,
like-
oh, it doesn't fit his character, but I really dislike his character. So, and like, okay, are there some funny moments? Yeah. I kind of like at the very end when he, everything's kind of revealed, and he says, kind of, I'm still the same person you were just talking to before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of thing about like, once you know someone's gay, it's like they're the same person you've known. The fact that, knowing that they're gay doesn't change anything because it's not like they weren't gay before that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
and I've kind of had that thing with like, one of my best friends, I found out was gay, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Cool.
Well, it was one of the things where I was like, oh, yeah, you are pretty gay, actually. It's like, I wouldn't, if someone said, like, is he gay, like, beforehand, I would have been like, probably not, I don't know. But then after he told me, I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense, right? So, it's not like, this, again, I feel like I'm using all the wrong sayings in the cliche way, but it's like, I know, like, quite a few people who are gay, right? Both on the male and female side, and not just gay, all the other kind of crap. And all the other acronyms, whatever. you know, I don't know anyone who would act like that, right? And it doesn't mean they don't exist, but it's like, it's not
Just a
realistic.
Yeah. It's over the top, and it's not necessarily accurate in that
No,
sense.
and I almost feel like, again, I don't know. This was, again, besides, like, movies that just made me, like, mad, besides those, I felt this was just, like, so hard for me to sit through just because, it was way too long. Can we all agree on that? That it was
Yeah,
way
it was a
too
little
long?
bit too long.
Yeah, like,
It was a
this,
bit too long.
Because the whole middle was them just going back and forth, and the
yeah,
Albert guy went through, I think, 4 or 5 breakdowns throughout the
something
entire
like
movie.
that.
I think so.
And the whole ending thing with the senator, that, you know, the whole dinner thing, that was really long.
Yeah.
You know, it's, I don't know. I mean, I think you probably like it a bit more than I do, but I don't know. Like, I have a headache, and I'm just like, so, you know, granted, yeah, I have a headache, and I, you know, I'm tired already, so it didn't help, but yeah, I don't know. If you have anything else to add, your own opinions about things, so I don't dominate everything.
Brought up a point with the accuracy thing, of which I feel like in Hollywood in general, with minorities, they usually just go along with a stereotype in general.
Yeah.
Like, we mentioned it with, in the 7th movie, how they went through all, like, the various stereotypes.
Well,
and
yeah.
everything. Yeah.
But that was,
Like,
like, it was almost like the point of the stereotypes in that movie were to be offensive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, these, I don't think they were,
No,
but at the same
but-
time, it's like, but they kind of are.
They
So-
weren't, but they enforce the stereotype
Right.
more.
And I
Yeah.
almost feel like that's worse, in a way. I don't know. It's... And also you could say, like, oh, they're following the stereotype, and it's like, okay, but that doesn't make it good.
Yeah,
So-
that doesn't really make it better either.
Yeah.
Because I know something that me and my aunt find annoying is with Asians in particular, how they always somehow know kung fu.
They always know kung fu. They're always geniuses. They only know how to do math. They're awkward socially. They
Or
don't
they're-
have a
or-
life.
Or they're the...
They always are a very minor character that are usually at the computer if they do something. If they're not kung fu masters, they're at the computer.
Wasn't there
usually.
like an Asian guy in Broken Arrow who like came up, he didn't have a line, and then he just got shot?
I don't remember.
Oh wait, really? I didn't even. think that
Yeah,
the
I was like,
Asian
what's an
guy.
Asian? Oh, okay. It was on the train.
Oh.
Okay. Or if they're you know older, then they're like, you know, the great sage wise one who departs their
wise man.
Confucius wisdom, you know. So they're the, I can't remember.
Oh,
his
actually,
name.
speaking of ages and everything, Valen, you forgot one other
Oh
thing.
yeah,
that
the
also-
freaking, okay. This is like so
Oh,
dumb
yeah.
and minor, but the guy, the son is supposed to, like, they keep saying like over and over that he's 20 years old. Like they keep bringing that up over and over, and I'm like, this first time they said that, I'm like, he doesn't look 20, and then I'm like, he looks 30. And then I even looked up the actor and found out that at the time this movie was made, he was 29. So I'm like, and I'm like, okay, whatever, that's dumb. But then they like said it like 10 times that he's 20, and I'm like,
20.
what? Like the girl, she said she was like 18 or something. Like she looks a little bit older than that, but like not as bad, right?
She's passable for
Yeah.
18. She
Although-
at least looks like she's in college.
Right, he does not. And actually, that said, the girl, the daughter, actually like looks like someone from my high school, which is kind of weird.
Oh. I guess also on the note of the son was also not a very
I
good...
didn't like the son.
No, he
No.
wasn't a very good character. He wasn't supportive at all for like his parents and everything, and he kind of just forced it upon them, and he didn't really give anything as gratitude for what they were doing
No.
too,
Bastard.
because he basically told them to change everything that was them in a
Yeah.
span
Right.
of about 2 days.
And yeah, that's the thing. There was like no planning on his part, really. It was just like, do this now. And then,
Yeah.
and then even then, he still didn't like say why, especially for Albert, right? And that's the thing that really
Yeah.
pissed me off. It's like, you know, just like tell him, like, come on. It's just, ugh. Like Robin Williams, his character was like, he was okay. I
Yeah.
didn't really have a problem with him.
He was better in this movie than in Jumanji.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Jumanji,
Oh, God.
Jumanji, he played like the stereotypical like kid's role that he always plays, but of kind of, you know, the kooky grown up who likes kid stuff. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, and I guess some of the stuff at the beginning with the senator and his wife was kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
How he like kept eating candy and stuff like that, and you know how he was like trying
climbed
to.
out of the window.
Yeah, so
with
that
a
was
ladder.
kind of funny.
Senator and his wife.
Yeah, so that was kind of nice, and you know, so it's like there's some elements here and there that I liked, but just as a whole, I just really difficult for me to watch. And okay, maybe part of it for me is that like I feel like I'm going to piss someone off by saying this, but I really don't mean it in anything anyway like that. Is that like even though, you know, I don't like seeing like gay male stuff. And that's just personally my issue, right? Like, I don't give a shit, like, what you do as a person, right? That's not the problem. It's just I would not like to see that, right? So automatically this movie takes points off for me, right? Granted, it's really not that bad, right? It's just mostly the guy, like, cross-dressing and that kind of stuff. And, like, that's whatever, right? So, it's not a big deal, but it is something that's probably just, you know, innate there, you know? So, but, I don't know. I feel like I've just gone on a rant and you two have like said nothing.
It's okay. I'm sure there will be movies like that. I already foresee one movie that will definitely probably be me mainly speaking for.
I mean, the one that you've seen too many times
Yes.
against your will.
Yes, that one. We're
No,
not going
oh.
to speak of it yet.
Is it the other October one? That October
Yes.
one? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
that
yeah.
one. Yes.
Yeah, Tara gets all the best movies in October.
I don't know if we'll see John Travolta again.
I was just telling these two that the last movie we saw was the first time we did not see him in an October movie.
Oh yeah. And also we were like, wait, John, because I happened to look and I was like, wait, John Travolta was 40 when he did Broken Arrow, and Christian Slater was, what did I say, like 28, I think?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but they look
28.
like the same age. And so then we were like, wait, does John Travolta like never age? And we found a picture of him now, and he still looks like the same, and he's like 64.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know.
Oh my god, I get all the best movies. That's it. Don't worry, Valen. I'm sure time will come when there will be movies. Oh my god. Because even for that particular movie, I don't know if you and Maya will have much to say for it either.
Probably not. I have no idea what will set me off, just judging by what's on the list right now.
No. And again, like, you know, I'm saying that this is hard. I didn't, like, you know, I don't, like, hate this movie, right?
Yeah.
To me, honestly, the thing to me, I was bored through most of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was bored and also just, like, this is kind of dumb, right? So, and it was, I don't know, it felt like it was draining on me. I don't really know why, but, I don't know.
It's probably because of the Albert person.
Yeah, I just think he's
Albert.
just too much.
Yeah, it just could be that.
And I guess to also drive the point home about balance, that even if this wasn't a movie about a gay couple and everything, if Albert's character was a woman and stuff, it still would have been as draining and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he was a woman. it
Even
would
if
be
he was a
about the
woman.
same.
It's not like just because he's a gay man. No, even if he was a woman, it still would have been just as draining.
Well, right, no, that's the thing, is I feel that, like,
Yeah.
if they made a movie of a woman who acted like he did, the movie would be written in a way where she looked bad,
That is
right?
true.
Yeah.
Because Albert has bad woman traits, right?
Yeah.
So that's not even, like, a decent thing to, you know, so it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
I'll call it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do that.
That's it for that.
Oh boy.
I guess if you really like seeing super flamboyant gay men watch this movie, I don't know. I don't know. It's definitely not for me. But that's that. Wait, are you two
Bye.
alive? Mai, are you alive?
I am still here, yes.
Okay. We need to stop. We need to...
I guess.
I didn't know that was a closing or not.
I don't know. We're this is a fucking giant mess.
Oh my god. I guess to also clarify, this isn't. Me and Ryan also completely supportive of the LGBT
Well, yeah, of course. That's yeah.
community, but this is also not really something we would want to watch. It's not something we want to watch either.
No, and honestly, I'd be surprised how many gay people actually like this movie. Because again, I feel like they portraying them as this movie did is almost, you know, as a gay person, you'd probably be like, "Bruh, we don't do that. Stop." So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not gay, but you know that's what I'm saying. But whatever. I'm stopping this recording. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.